Okay guys, welcome to your first practice session for self-defense. And it's really important to start with a good warm-up. So our warm-up is in 4 parts. The first part is all about getting the joints warmed up. And we start from the ground up. So the first joint that's close to the ground is the ankle. All I want you to do is lift your heel up with your toes in front and move your ankle. Do that for a bit. Then we'll switch ankles. And this is the warm-up I want you to do before every practice session that we do. Then feet together and we'll warm up the knee joint. It's really important to warm up your joints because it gets the cartilage that's between your bones nice and warm. Other way. After that, hip joint. Doing some rotations, feet apart, hips rotating around. Other way. Followed by shoulder rotations. Other way. Make sure your arms are straight. Then this time, elbow. As you close up, make sure your elbows bend and then you open them up again. Working on the joints of the elbow. And then finally, the wrist joint. Just bringing your wrists over the top of each other. Okay, very good. Alright, the second part of our warm-up is trying to get the heart pumping. When our heart starts pumping, blood will get to our muscles and we'll get oxygen from our blood to the muscles. So let's start off. Do this with me. We'll jog on the spot. And when I say sprint, I want you to sprint as fast as you can on the spot. Ready? Sprint! And then slow it down. Again, ready? Sprint! And slow it down. Once again, sprint! And slow it down. Okay. Now some star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms in front, star jumps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side to side star jumps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for part 3, we're going to work on some strength. So we're going to do 3 strength exercises. The first are push-ups, which works your arms and your upper body. The second is an ab pyramid, which works on your core. And the third are basketball jumps, which work on your legs. Do these with me. We're going to do 3 of each this time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, pyramids. 1, 2, 3, basketballs. 1, 2, 3. Now make sure you do 3 sets of those 3 exercises. And then the final part of our warm-up is doing some stretching. The more we stretch, the more flexible our muscles become and the less chance there is of us getting injured while training. So first one, arm stretches. Bring your arm across your body and pull it and feel a stretch in your tricep muscle. Then put that behind you. Make sure your fingers are pointing down and feel a stretch in your shoulder muscle. And finally, for the arm, bring it in front and feel a stretch across your forearm, pulling back on your fingers. Good. Next, other side, same thing. Tricep stretch. shoulder stretch, forearm stretch. Good. Next stretching is stretching our core, the middle of our body. Feet apart, side stretching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Now reach. 6, hold that position and reach some more. Feel a stretch here on the side. Then we'll do some twisting stretches. Arms in front, looking behind you. Other side. Other side again. And one more time on the other side. Twisting that spine. Okay, next stretches are our hamstring stretches. This time what you have to do, have your feet apart, show me the tips of your fingers, and touch the ground in the middle of your feet. Try not to bend your knees too much. Then move your hands to one foot, and then the other foot. Good. This then, show me your knuckles. Try to get your knuckles onto the ground, in the middle. Then move to one foot, and the other foot. Final one, show me the bottom of your hands. Put them in the middle, see if you can touch the ground. The more you stretch, guys, and the longer you stretch for, the more flexible you'll become. One foot, and then the other foot. That stretches your whole back of your legs. Alright guys, so the very first thing that we're going to learn is your fighting stance. Remember, the base martial art that we're working from is Filipino martial arts, and when I was taught this, you have your right foot in front. Many different martial arts, you have your left foot in front. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm going to explain to you later why we have our right foot in front. So to adopt your fighting stance, first of all, stand at attention. Bring your left foot out a little bit. Bring your right foot forward a little bit, which will give you a diagonal stance. Once you've got your diagonal stance, your back foot, lift your heel off the ground. Bend your knees and just get comfortable so that you can lean forward, you can lean backwards, you can lean from side to side. Okay. From there, put your hands together, put them at your face, don't put them too low, don't put them too high so you can't see, just have them just below your nose. And then from there, separate your hands so your right hand is in the front. Okay. And this is how I want you to do it. When I say fighting stance, all you do is adopt your fighting stance. Just going to have my right foot forward, bend my knees, be comfortable so I can lean either way, and have my hands up. Alright guys, I got Mr. Strasman here to help me demonstrate. Say hello to the kids, Mr. Stras.
How are you guys? Hope you're enjoying it.
Yes, they're loving it. Okay, so I just wanted to explain why the man that taught me said to always have your right foot in front. Okay. Many martial arts like boxing, jiu-jitsu, a lot of them teach you with the left lead, but that's because it's really good with the left lead and having your left hand in front for sport purposes. So if me and Mr. Stras were boxing, we would both have our left lead and we'd be sparring, and what we're doing, Mr. Stras, we're walking around, and all I'm doing is using my left to gauge how far away he is, and when I know I can hit him, then I'm going to give him a nice one. Now that's okay for sport, because when it's a sport, I know I'm fighting and Mr. Strasman knows he's fighting, and what we do in sport is, Mr. Strasman, if you adopt, we try and gauge our distance, see if you can hit me. Yeah, Mr. Strasman knows, and once he knows he can hit me, he's going to give me one. Self-defense is a totally different thing. Self-defense is when someone attacks you, okay? And when you're attacking someone, you don't want to hit with your weak weapon first, you want to hit with your strong weapon. So watch this, if Mr. Strasman attacks me now, and I give him one with my left, it's not going to be as strong. Okay, we can do that again. Come in. He's going to walk straight through and hit me. Okay, that's why we want to adopt our right lead. So if Mr. Strasman comes in and attacks me, ooh, we can use our weapons effectively. So if we do that slowly, Mr. Strasman attacks again. I'm going to hit him with my strongest weapon as quick as I can. And after that, then I can follow up and do other things. Okay, so that's the reason why we have our right foot in the lead. Okay guys, so once we've established our fighting stance, there's some footwork that we have to learn first. And that's your most basic footwork, which is called a step and a slide. Step and slide looks like this. Step out with your front foot, and you slide your back foot behind it. So we can do it this way. Step and slide. 1, 2, 3. And we can go backwards as well. When we're going backwards, it's the opposite. We have to step with our back foot and slide our front foot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Front foot first. 1, 2, 3. Then the back foot. 1, 2, 3. Now the final thing we'll go through is some basic striking. Our basic striking is going to involve striking with your fists, so punching. Okay? In this lesson we're going to go through 2 types of punches. They're your straight punches and your hooking punches. Okay, straight punches start exactly where they are and they just go straight out. If you do a straight punch with your lead hand, it's called a jab. If you do it with your rear hand, which is my left, it's called a cross. So there's our first combination, jab, cross. I want you guys to try and do that nice and slowly. Do it 10 times, and each time get a little bit faster, making sure your hands go straight back to where they were. Now the other punch we're going to do is called a hook, and the hook goes around, so we don't really want to make it too big because people will be able to see it. The shorter the hook, the better. So from this one, instead of the hand going straight out, it's going to come around and hit the person right around the chin. So a lot of work in the hook happens from your knees. Have a look at my knees. See how they're making my body turn? Okay guys, so this week, do a bit of practicing of your basics. Remember the things we learned. We learned how to make a fighting stance. From there we learned our step and slide. If we're going forward, front foot first. If we're going backward, back foot first. And we learned those 2 types of punches. The jab and the cross, which are straight, and the hooks. If you want to have a bit of fun, use a punching bag or ask somebody to be up there holding their hands. Okay, have fun.